In order to move to the next level in business, you must be willing to take the next step. And for many of you, you've had what I call an uneasy and unsatisfied feeling. And if you clicked on this video, I want to talk to you about what I believe this feeling is. And it may be deeper than you just not having your morning coffee or you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, but it may be something way deeper and more life changing. And that is why I titled this video, 4 Unique Signs You May Be Called to Start a Business This Year in 2026. Stay tuned for the whole video because I believe all 4 unique signs are connected and they will support your business journey and help you be set up for success. Welcome to my channel. My name is Oswaldo, and thank you for watching and trusting me with your business insight and information. For many of you, the idea of being an employee is the default lifestyle because you grew up like me with hardworking parents, or maybe no parents at all, and you grew up in an environment where being an employee was a default and may have created a difficult season in your early life. Here in the United States, we have the privilege and luxury of being able to go and get a local job and get a paycheck, maybe weekly, bi-weekly, or even a salary, depending on your position and your job. Together, these activities are what make businesses one of the primary engines for economic growth and prosperity in the United States. And at the end of the day, employees are needed for these businesses to work. They need to and should exist. Employees should exist. However, there are exceptions. And this is why I made this video. Because maybe for you, the traditional 9 to 5 is not what you were put on this earth to do. But maybe like me, you were put on this earth to start a business to impact your life and the lives of those around you. Now, these 4 unique reasons aren't just your run of the mill or just your average reasons like you want to make an extra $2,000 a month, or maybe you don't like the job location, or you don't like your coworkers that much, but they are very specific reasons, especially number 2 and number 3. And if you can resonate with even 2 or more of any of these reasons, I highly recommend you to consider starting this business in 2026. Going into reason number 1 is you know and believe you are called to financial freedom. Now, what am I talking about and what does that even mean? There's a popular saying that says, a bird does not fly into your mouth already roasted. And another one that says, the dog that trots about finds a bone. Or my personal favorite, he who seeks finds, and he who knocks, the door will be opened. Not because you want a fancy car or just a bigger house, but because you can see a different future for yourself. As the book of Proverbs says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Every successful entrepreneur had a vision before they had a business, not the other way around. Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Successful business owners value the resource of money, and successful businesses that can employ thousands or millions of workers and supply jobs to families all over their city or their country value money. And as a business owner, you have to have the mindset that you deserve not just enough, but more than enough, and all your employees and those around you deserve the exact same. If you're starting to recognize patterns, you see that it shouldn't be this difficult to get money. It shouldn't be this difficult in the job market to make a living, for employees to make a living, for you to be able to live your life. You are already checking box number 1 because you are starting to realize financial freedom is something you should have. It's not something that just should be optional for anyone who wants it. There's an old principle. You rarely find what you're not looking for. Intentionality is the key. If you are envisioning financial independence, if you are envisioning freedom, if you are envisioning a better future for yourself and for your family, you are on the path to a different path. A path that your current lifestyle, your current 9 to 5 may never be able to deliver. And that brings us to point number 2, which is your current job is not bringing you enough money with time to pay ratio. This reason by itself is huge and is a huge red flag, even if you're just a regular employee. And surveys show that more than 50% of Americans feel financially stretched and feel like they are paycheck dependent. Come on, I know how many of you can relate to this. 40 to 80-hour work weeks to 90-hour work weeks. You're getting paid $15 to $25 an hour. You're exchanging your time for back pain, for headaches, for early mornings, for late nights, for weekend nights. Come on, you barely have time with your family. You come home drained. You come home, you have no time for your kids. You have no time for your pets. You have no time for friends. You know, they you get invited out. Oh, I have to work. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do that. Don't get me wrong. Working, like we've mentioned, for a business is crucial and should happen. Sometimes you will have to work overtime, but that doesn't mean your life should look like you exchange time for not enough money. If you're working and working and working and you're making this small percentage of money and you work like that for 50 years, 60 years, you're never going to be able to do anything in the time that you should be able to do it in. If your company, your business that you work for is not supplying you that correct time to pay ratio, that hourly rate or salary or commission based pay is not high enough and it's not where it should be, this is a big red flag. And that is why I have it at number two. Because if you are struggling with this problem, it may be a very big indicator that you might need a different a different path. We've all heard the saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. If you've learned that trading your time for money is not getting you where you want to go, is not bringing in what you need for your family, for your future, for your livelihood, then it may be time to choose a different path. And it brings us to our reason number three. And if you remember at the beginning of this video, I told you all of these are connected. So I wanted you to stay tuned for all four reasons. Going in at number three is your current job opportunities don't align with your passions. Now, this one is a huge one as well, and it may not be so unique in the sense of no one's ever felt like their job isn't what they're passionate about, but it is unique if you, as the person, are committed deep down to not settle in this job, to say, I am going to find a way out of here. I am going to do something more with my life. This is unique. This is a unique mindset to have. This is a unique, uh, thing to carry as an individual, because it's going to take you into this business world that where it's needed. You need to be able to think like this. It's crucial to be able to think like this, because if you are complacent, if you don't care, if you don't mind that you're not doing what you actually want to be doing, you're never going to do it. We all know that one family member, that one coworker, that one person that you meet up with every 6 months or every few months, every year, and they're always doing something they don't like. You ask them why they haven't started that business. You ask them about doing something new, exploring different opportunities, and what do they tell you? It's always an excuse. It's always something new, some reason why they can't do it. And this is what keeps people trapped. That is why I have this reason, this sign here on list number three. If you are not passionate about what you do, this is a big sign that you need to get a quick check, quick huddle up, as they say in football. You need to huddle up and regroup and see, okay, what am I passionate about doing and where is my job taking me? Studies on end of life regrets frequently report people regretting not pursuing dreams, careers, opportunities that they wish they would have done earlier in life. One of the most cited popular sources on these surveys is with Bronnie Ware, who, when asking what the regret was, what people would change, one of the most common things people would say is quote, I wish I would have lived to my true self and not lived based on what other people thought about me. One of my personal favorites, and I'm going to go to the scriptures, is in the Gospel of John. Jesus is saying, I must work the work of him who sent me while it is day, because night is coming when no man can work. Look at the passion and the determination and the focus that even Jesus had in the scriptures when his mission, his focus was tunnel visioned. He needed to do this one thing. He needed to stay focused. He needed to discipline himself and stay focused on what he was brought here to do. And we take that as an example. We see, wow, we are to be called to be determined and passionate about the thing at hand. And if your job is not taking you in that direction, it's time to switch that. Before I say this last unique sign that you're called to start a business in 2026, if any of these reasons have helped align your mind, resonated with you, helped you, or helped you really get your gears turning, I want you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment, and help support this channel. Continue to deliver great content to you, the viewer, in the future, and help grow this community. Coming in at number 4 on this list, maybe last but definitely not least, is you value leadership and hard work. No business can work without this trait, and you shouldn't start a business if this doesn't describe you, because he who is faithful in little will be faithful in much, and he who is unfaithful in little will be unfaithful in much. Howard Schultz saw potential in transforming the coffee industry, and he saw opportunities where most people just overlooked them. While other people just saw coffee as a commodity, he saw it as a chance for something bigger and something greater. And that is why Starbucks is one of the biggest, probably the biggest coffee business in the world. Not because it has the best coffee, but because of intentionality, because of hard work. If you already operate at a high level of integrity and high level of focus at your current job, there is also a high chance you may be able to handle a business, because hard work works. And if you are a person who values hard work, who values leadership, over time, you will be able to handle growing a business with the proper training, with the proper tools. If you are dedicated and committed, you will see results. And that is why I have this reason here on this list, because this is the trait that will make or break your business. This is the trait that will create a champion or just create a sad story. If you have this trait, you are on the list of entrepreneurs and business owners in 2026, and I highly encourage you to go for it. Whatever it is that is on your mind, whatever it is that's on your bulletin list, or on your Canva projects, whatever is on your Google Doc, go for it, work hard, and aim for the stars. If you can relate to more than two of these on this list, I highly, highly, highly recommend you to start this business in 2026. The longer you delay your business, the longer you delay that gift that's inside of you, and the longer you delay the dream you have, the life you have, on paper becoming a reality for you. Now, thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end, I want to thank you once again and ask you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment, put something random in the comments. Just throw in a thumbs up or whatever it is you want to throw in there to help me deliver this kind of content over every week as I grow this YouTube channel and go all business mode here on YouTube. I want to help you, the viewer, receive what I've received and grow your business as I grow my business. Now, you have a wonderful rest of your week, and make sure you work hard this week like your life depends on it, because it does. In audio.